Let's check in with Elon and DOGE and see what they've been up to.
And here's the reason why Elon Musk and others have been taking a look. Because if you look at the waste and abuse that has run through USAID over the past several years, these are some of the insane priorities that organization has been spending money on. $1.5 million to advance DEI in Serbia's workplaces, $70,000 for a production of a DEI musical in Ireland, $47,000 for a transgender opera in Colombia, $32,000 for a transgender comic book in Peru. I don't know about you, but as an American taxpayer, I don't want my dollars going towards this crap, and I know the American people don't either, and that's exactly what Elon Musk has been tasked by President Trump to do, to get the fraud, waste, and abuse out of our federal government.
Now let's check in on the Democrats. Let's see how they're doing.
We will win! We will win! We will win!
Because he understood how to kiss Barack Obama's ass.
We will win! We will win! We won't rest! We won't rest! Shut your stupid ass up!
Yikes. Modern menace back like Hunter Biden's cooked crack. Now, I want to get into how Elon has canceled USAID. And I want to give you guys just a little bit of context on what they did from Marco Rubio. He's going to break down a little bit so we can get into this and everybody can help understand just how terrible this fucking thing was. Waste, fraud, just abuse everywhere.
Well, look, I mean, my frustration with USAID goes back to my time in Congress. It's a completely unresponsive agency. It's supposed to respond to policy directives of the State Department, and it refuses to do so. So the functions of USAID, there are a lot of functions of USAID that are going to continue, that are going to be part of American foreign policy, but it has to be aligned with American foreign policy. I said very clearly during my confirmation hearing that every dollar we spend and every program we fund, that will be aligned with the national interest of the United States. And USAID has a history of sort of ignoring that and deciding that they're somehow a global charity separate from the national interest. These are taxpayer dollars. And so I'm very troubled by these reports that they've been unwilling to cooperate with people who are asking simple questions about what does this program do, who gets the money, who are our contractors, who's funded. And that sort of level of insubordination makes it impossible to conduct the sort of mature and serious review that I think foreign aid writ large should have.
So now let's check in on DOGE and see what's going on over there, because there's a lot of things that they're uncovering, man. And just like I said in the last video, all we wanted was accountability. That's all we were looking for. That's all Elon's giving us. And the libtards are absolutely losing their minds. They hate to be accountable for anything.
Now we're learning more about Elon Musk's small army to cut the wasteful spending. These young engineers were reportedly handpicked by Elon Musk, and the oldest is just 25 years old, and some of them are reportedly still in college. I took notes. $1.5 million to advance the DEI in Serbia's workforces.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, USAID.
So I have an anecdote for you. I have a friend. She texted me a few hours ago, unsolicited. Didn't know I was on the show today. She said, I've been a contractor, subcontractor for USAID for 30 years. She said, I've been saying for a long time to my friends and family that it's a wasteful agency. We've done some of the stupidest projects you can ever imagine. Although it's now putting me partially out of business, it's a good thing, and that's what I voted for. That's from somebody who has been a contractor, subcontractor, who has firsthand experience for 3 decades. I think it was Harold Ford yesterday on the 5 said, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Well, sometimes that's exactly what you need to do. Sometimes you need to hit delete and then start over again. Because the people that are working in that agency, they were approving these things. So that's a part of their ethos. And if they have to go home and not come back to work, that's probably the best thing that should happen.
Yeah, look, this is the best 3 examples I've seen for the problems at USAID. I just want to highlight it. Emma Colton, FoxNews.com. Everyone read this. Number 1, Tom Cotton sends a letter October of 2023 to Samantha Power, who's administering USAID, and says, I have credible evidence that Hamas terrorists have received U.S. aid. Now, USAID denies that. Tom Cotton, however, not known for throwing random things to the wind. Number 2, Syrian National gets $9 million to Al-Nusra Front. Newsflash, Al-Nusra Front is a terrorist organization. Number 3, money gets to the Wuhan Institute of Virology. Let's put a cherry on top. A Soros group is who Samantha Powers chooses to meet with several times during the administration. Those are the problems. And just to address the point, because there's this viral story about AIDS and PEPFAR and that not getting to children. Everyone wants to see African children helped. Everyone wants to see PEPFAR continue. Secretary Rubio addressed this just now in a press conference flagged for me by the State Department. Quote, "We have issued a blanket waiver. If the program saves lives, they have a waiver." Straight from the Secretary of State.
All right, there you go.
If there's one thing that we're going to learn from all of this stuff being uncovered, it's that the Democrats are afraid of being exposed for how inefficient they are with taxpayer money. I mean, that's just a given. Look at all this money being thrown around. It's completely ridiculous. Like, and they're so desperate to stop it because he keeps uncovering more and more and more. And it's just frivolous, just retarded, just completely. Why are we spending this money? And they know that they're uncovering more and more that shows that they do not operate for American taxpayers. That is not what their concern is. Their concern is getting these millions and millions of dollars over to somewhere where they can somehow, you'll see later, like they're getting, something's going on with this money. And just so we're clear on something that just broke, what's his name from Ukraine? The gay guy that likes to wear the full fighter suits like he's a jet fighter pilot, the leader of Ukraine. He said he's only gotten like $70 billion. There's $100 billion missing that they can't account for. Now let's check in on the shrieking libs and see if they have anything of value to offer. Like, what have they been up to? Like, maybe they are trying to do something positive for the American people.
In Congress, in the streets, Elon Musk is a Nazi netball baby. A godless, lawless billionaire who no one elected. Elon.
Man, shut up, bitch.
Musk want to take control of the payment system. That's the $64 trillion question. And we know why, because he made clear he wants to cut $2 trillion from our budget. Now, if you look at our budget, there's not $2 trillion to cut unless you massively cut Social Security and Medicare, and that is what he's after.
Looks a little gay.
I'm not gay.
You're not gay.
Being gay is okay. I'm not a gay.
Okay, you're not gay.
And now,
No one elected Elon Musk to nothing.
that's right.
Not one Democrat in America voted for Elon Musk.
Not one.
Not one Republican in America voted for Elon Musk. Not one independent.
I was wondering if you wouldn't mind doing old Matt a favor and clam up. Deshaun and I want some bitches. No.
Tell y'all something. I know some of y'all have been frustrated, and you've been saying, "Where are the Democrats? Where are our leaders?" Well, I'm here to tell you that we ain't never left y'all. All right? We are here.
So there you go. They're afraid of this efficiency and they're afraid of accountability. I want to make something very clear for the woke tarts. The American people overwhelmingly voted for Elon to create his own entity in order to be doing what he's doing. That's what we wanted. We voted for that. So when you keep saying this BS, this bullshit, that the American people didn't vote for this, yes, we did. Yes, we did. Trump made this a part of his entire campaign. He said it over and over and over again. Everyone that voted for him knew exactly what they were getting. It's like this, it's just insane the way they gaslight everyone. They just don't understand that, yes, we voted for Trump so that he would do this. It's very simple. All they care about is beefing with Republicans. That's all they care about. They do not care about doing anything of value for the American people. That is like last on their list, is actually doing something for American people. They are completely worthless as usual. Like, what are they doing? They're not passing any bills. They're not trying to get any bills passed. All they do is block whatever the Republicans are trying to get passed, and they're failing because we have the House and Senate. So they're just failing. And they're doing this stupid virtue signaling convention that nobody cares about. You just look stupid. You look ignorant. And we got a guy that's uncovering all this fraud, and you guys are talking about they want to take away Medicaid. What are you talking about? Nobody believes your hyperbole anymore, which is why you are the least liked that you've ever been. For like the last 16 years, you are the least liked. There's like, what, 64% of Americans are sick and tired of Democrats. Trump was asked about the job that Elon and DOGE are doing while he was at the White House today, and they referenced about who is he accountable to, and Trump answered all their questions as transparent as possible. The press is being so spoiled right now, they don't even realize it after having a corpse in the White House for the last 4 years.
Thank you, sir. On Elon Musk, how often are you talking to him? And have there been ideas that he's brought to you that you've said, oh, no, wait a minute, this is going a little too far?
Well, many ideas, but look, he's done a great job. Look at all the fraud that he's found in this USAID. It's a disaster what the people, radical left lunatics, they have things that nobody would have even believed. The whole thing with $100 million spent on you know what, with money going to all sorts of groups that shouldn't deserve to get any money. With the money, I'd like to see what the kickbacks are. How much money has been kicked back? Who would spend that kind of money to some of the things that you read about and I read about and I see every night in the news and every morning when I read the papers? Who would spend money for that? I would say this, the people that got all that money, are they kicking it back to the people that gave it from government? No, that's, to me, very, very corrupt. The real question is how much of a kickback has there been? And one of the things I want to investigate rapidly, because I've never seen anything to this extent, the train that's being built between Los Angeles and San Francisco is the worst managed project I think I've ever seen, and I've seen some of the worst. Billions and billions, hundreds of billions of dollars over budget. In fact, I read where you could take every single person that was going to go on the train and get the finest limousine service in the world and take them back and forth with limousines, and you'd have hundreds of billions of dollars left over. It is the worst thing, and we're going to start an investigation in that because it's not possible. I built for a living, and I built on time, on budget. It's impossible that something could cost that much. And now it's not even going to San Francisco, and it's not going to Los Angeles. They made it much shorter. So now it's at little places way away from San Francisco and way away from Los Angeles. No, we're going to start a big investigation on that because I've never seen anything like it. Nobody has ever seen anything like it. The worst overruns that there have ever been in the history of our country. And it wasn't even necessary. I would have said, you don't buy it. You take an airplane. It costs you $2. It costs you nothing. You take an airplane. But this got started. And if you have to, you drive. You can drive. They have hundreds of billions of dollars of cost overruns. And it's not even the same project. It's much shorter. It's way outside of San Francisco and way outside of Los Angeles. So we're going to be looking into that.
Is that DOGE who's going to investigate the train?
No, I'm doing that myself. No.
Some of these DOGE engineers that Elon Musk has helping him are as young as 19 years old.
That's good. They're very smart, though, Peter. They're like you. They're very smart people.
Thank you. Have you met any of these guys?
No, I haven't seen them. They work actually out of the White House. They're smart people. Unlike what they do in the control towers, where we need smart people. We should use some of them in the control towers where we were putting people that were actually intellectually deficient. That was one of the qualifications, is you could be intellectually deficient. No, we need smart people. Some are young and some are not young. Some are not young at all. But they found great things. Look at the list of things. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. I'll read off a list of 15 or 20 things that they found inside of the USAID. It has to be corrupt. Nobody could approve that. They could only approve that if they were getting kickbacks. And you're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars.
Well, that's enough shrieking and reeing for today. So I hope you guys learned something and enjoyed the video. Subscribe or don't. Peace.